What's good, everybody? It's your boy Hans.
And this is Tristan.
Welcome to the Hans and Tristan podcast. Tristan.
Yes.
Happy Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you. Same to you.
Yes. Thank you. Well, down here in Georgia, COVID has really stopped nothing. So we know people out here cooking, doing their things, especially since now vaccines are becoming more
common,
prevalent, and common. So people are out here doing what they do.
Listen,
but I think regardless,
the car, holla at your girl.
Oh Lord, Tristan, do better.
I'm
Fully vaccinated out here in these streets, though.
Shout out to you.
Yes. Because I did it because
live life like that.
Yeah, I'm going back to work, and I don't trust where these kids are at. So that's just the cut and dry of it.
Especially the kids, like them kids, them teenagers. You know they all up and through them streets. Because I have a teenager.
That's exactly why.
They be the main carriers.
I go to a couple places a week. Work, the gym, maybe a grocery store. That's it. Like,
right, you might swing by and see your mama and them.
Yeah, like
that's it.
That's it. So them kids, though, like you said, they be in and out them streets. So
they be all up and through them streets trying to have house parties, Airbnb parties, party over here. They want to have pool parties. I'm like, listen, but what your grades looking like though?
Did you graduate this year? So
that part.
I got to be fully vaccinated in the streets, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about relationships. So I've been seeing a couple different things in regards to marriages and relationships, and it just had me thinking, like, what makes certain things, and by things I mean relationships, what makes certain relationships work, and what happens that others don't work. And we already know that every relationship is different, right? It's very unique in its own, but I still think, though, it's worth diving into some of these relationships, just because they're a little interesting. So what do you call him? I want to use your name.
That's Zaddy.
Oh Lord, Mr. Underwood.
Zaddy Underwood. That brother
Blair.
Is fine.
Blair Underwood.
I told you he don't age. He had that skin you just want to touch him.
I'm done with you.
Like, what kind of oil you use? Is that avocado?
That man doesn't age at all. Him and that other dude, what's his name? He's short. Crap. His name escapes me. Wow, it just flew out of my head. But he doesn't age.
You know who also age? The dude from that play in Power. He don't age.
Amari?
Yes, he don't age.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Black don't crack. And these brothers looking real snackable, okay?
What is his name? Is it Tate? Lorenz Tate.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah, Lorenz Tate.
That's you, Mr.
Uh-oh.
So
that's what
that brother there. That's all I can say.
So you good? You need a drink of water?
Listen, okay? That man is designed. I don't know. It's about black men, but y'all act right. So continue.
Oh, wow, but he doesn't age as well either. Yeah, Blair Underwood. So it was announced via social media. I saw anyway. Not that I keep up with relationships. Is that he and his wife of 27 years. 27 years are calling it quits. 27 years.
It be like that sometimes.
That's a lot. About to slide his DMs like, hey.
Get Bill Gates, baby.
Right. And Bill Gates was with his wife for 20-something years too. But I didn't know that Bill Gates was all up and through the punani.
Yo, he's like one of the richest men in the world. Are you surprised?
I mean, I thought he was different.
Did
I'm
you?
not, but I thought he was different, Tristan. But
apparently, one rich man that is.
Apparently,
even these little thousandaire niggas out here still be motherfucking cheating. You be like, bruh, you ain't even got $1 million and you cheating.
But listen, though, he was super bold with it, and I think that comes with the money. The more money you have, the more bold and outlandish you get.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you get belligerent.
Fam, like that is the exact definition of what he was. Because I was reading something where before he got married, he asked his wife, he's like, yo, but can I still go on vacation with Shorty real quick? Like, we have this vacation tradition. Can we still keep that? Like, can I go on vacation with her during this time of year? It's our little tradition. But I know we married. But you know what I'm saying? Can I still keep this going? Like, and I'm like,
But here's the thing that men miss, right?
what?
9 times out of 10, if a woman's okay with you cheating, it's because she cheating too. She's like,
I get
yeah,
that.
go on with your little side chick. Cause the pool guy gonna service me real good while you gone. So go on. Don't even worry about it. We cool. Don't worry.
But if that's the case, then why get married?
You know, I say that all the time, which is, you know, why I'm single. Not because I'm a cheater, because I am not a cheater. I'm
So
an
you
equal
say.
opportunity employer.
Okay, I like that. I was waiting for the reframe. I was waiting for it. I was
You know,
waiting
I'm
for
good.
it.
You know, I'm good at reframes. However, at the end of the day, I agree with you. Like, why even sign the paper and go through all the headache of a divorce if you know you have no intentions of actually living up to a true marriage? And granted, everyone's marriage is different. Like, you have the opportunity to mold your marriage to be whatever it is you want it to be, right? But at some point, you got to realize that sticking your dick in other people is not conducive to any
Wow.
kind of marriage.
Wow.
Regardless of how much money you got in your account.
Yeah. Putting it so blatantly.
I was trying to paint a picture. I was painting a picture.
Clearly, you painted the picture. You painted it. Yeah, clearly I agree. But also I think part of it is I think people glorify and then fall in love with the idea of marriage and what it represents and what it could possibly bring, but then don't understand the work that it takes to really have that type of marriage. So, you know how we in the Black community love to lament Obama and Michelle as like relationship goals.
Yes.
But what people don't understand is that doesn't happen organically. Like they put it
that work.
That's daily work, like every single day.
Like even boyfriend girlfriend dynamic is work, right? Mm-hmm. So imagine, and I always liken a marriage to like a fight club, right? Like you don't know what it is until you and by the time you're in it, it's gonna be you have to get your ass kicked to get out of it. So it's like you don't know. And you know, y'all married folks don't be trying to share with us single folks, but it really be like, well, you do. I will give you that. You and Ty, y'all be real with me. I'll be like, ooh.
Thank you.
Like, I don't know if I want to roll up and see the same motherfucker every day. But I get it, right? Like it is work. It is work. And a lot of people like really underestimate how much work is going to require on an everyday basis. But again, it's like a job. No call, no show. Motherfucker, you move your feet, you lose your seat. And that's
I get it. I get it, but it's like it's crazy because we see all these different relationships go through whatever it is that they're going through, and it's just like, wow, like, do they have the wrong concept of a relationship? So, like for example, another celebrity one is Safari and Erica, right? Like, she's filing, I guess, for divorce again. Like they've done this like literally every other month. One of them files for divorce, and then boom, somebody's pregnant, and you get what I'm saying?
And the funny thing about them is they're like, yeah, we can go on the internet and we can talk shit about each other, but can't nobody else talk shit about us. And we be like, right. Y'all putting y'all dirty laundry out there, everyone to comment on. Like, why you mad, sis? But I mean, I get it because I seen Safari's motherfucking leaked nudes.
No, Lord.
Lord, listen. Won't he
the
do
man's
it?
Blessed.
And highly favored. Listen.
And highly favored. Oh, wow.
I was like, is that you, player? I get it now. Nikki, I get it. Okay. He's still corny to me, but you know, some people like corny.
I mean, if he's overcoming the corny with what you're seeing, I think, you know, some people will be willing to forego it.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't cuff him, but I might test drive.
You know, you might take it for a ride around the block. You know what I'm saying?
I've been to block a little bit with him, but I mean, I don't want to commit. Like, and I think that's what people fail to realize. It's like to commit to someone, you got to be more than just sexy. You got to have more than, you know, the hammer. You got to have more. See, I was being classy with that one.
That's it. Oh yeah, that was the classy one. Got it.
Yes. Like you got to have more for people to commit, and everyone's commitment level is different, right? Like I grew up with my grandparents. My grandpa was like, I pay bills, so that's my commitment to this marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people have that mentality. It's like, you know what? I cook, I clean. I have sex with you every now and then. That's my commitment to this marriage. And I think that to me sends wrong messages because a lot of marriages aren't based on a foundation of friendship. Like you're married someone, but you don't even want to spend time with this person.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't want to kick it with this person. Like being around this person feels like a job.
That's facts. And it's an interesting conversation to have in the beginning. Well, not the beginning, but in the realm of dating and possibly moving towards marriage. It's an interesting conversation to have, like, hey, what is our marriage going to be based off of? Because I think people generally go off of what the right answer is supposed to be. You'll say, oh, love. No. So what are we doing here? Like, are we on the same page here? And I don't think it's a conversation that people really have, because if we're honest, Tristan, people get married for all different types of reasons, right?
Absolutely.
And as we've seen in our work with people are very dynamic. They can make anything work. So if you're like, hey, we're really just in this to get a check or for show, or, we're in this
to get my parents off my back or whatever.
Right. Let's at least be on it on the same page so it doesn't cause any more friction than it really has to. And I think that honestly, perceptions of marriage, like, people just fall in love to what's put out there, via, media, social media, whatever was put out there, but they don't tell you the nitty gritty of sitting down and like, look, what are your expectations? What do you want out of this?
Because a lot of people don't have those conversations. It's just like, oh, I like you, you like me, let's do this. And then also a lot of people get caught up in the wedding. Like, oh, the wedding. Like you still gotta kick it with this motherfucker even after the wedding. Like the wedding ain't the end all be all. You still gotta kick it and go home to this person every single night after the wedding. And understanding that and understanding like, and I feel like seriously in the political realm, I think a lot of those relationships work because they already know what it is when they get together. Like this ain't love shit. This is for politics. Like this is an agreement, which a marriage agreement is, right? And this is what we're doing it for, the long term. Whereas us commoners, we like to marry for love, and we like to marry for, oh, I love you, you love me, you give me butterflies. I like when your number pop up on my phone. Let's get married. And I think that's a wrong concept because you can love someone but not be able to coexist with that person.
Yeah, and I think we also misconstrue what love truly is. We can misconstrue chemistry and love. They're not the same thing. You can vibe, which is why like you can vibe with so many different people but actually love so many different people, because chemistry, that's just something that happens organically. Think about it. Think about the number of people that you just vibe with and it's just chill and everything like that, but it doesn't mean you love them. Honey, love is a conscious decision.
You gotta make it every day. I was vibing with the nigga at the nail shop today. Me and him was vibing. He kept coming checking on me. I'm like, boy, what you trying to marry me, boy? Best single. Don't play with me, sir. I was getting here for this nail shop. Don't play. But understand, like you're right. When you have that kind of personality, you vibe with everyone. So we know that chemistry and that vibe is not enough because we have those kind of personalities, right? Mm-hmm. But when someone doesn't have that kind of personality, it's like that vibe is just so like, ooh, this is rare. What is this? And it's just like, nah, you need more than that. Because I was vibing with the lady at the liquor store the other day. We was vibing. I don't know. I was drunk, but I don't know about her. But we was vibing like a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, it's more work and it's conscious decision. It's getting to know that person. Do y'all lifestyles match? Like, are y'all gonna be able to work together and do, like, for me, I know I need someone I can coexist with. I want a mate where I can actually have fun with and want to be around. I don't want a husband just to say I got a husband. And I know for me, I was talking to one of my friends, is like, I interact with a lot of dudes and they treat a wife dynamic is like having a pet. Like, oh, just sit in the house, wait for me, and I'll be back soon. And then I'll play with you when I get home. Like, what, motherfucker? Like, I'm not a house pet. Exactly. But a lot of men have that mentality. It is just like, oh, just wait for me, I'll be back.
No. Or like, the wife is a burden, like, the whole ball and chain kind of thing. And I was like, yo, that's not it. If anybody's ever like that, we don't need to be together. Like, if I feel like you're holding me down I'm doing what I want to do. Like, nah,
The
like
whole
actually,
time she probably the same one lifting your old raggedy ass up, but you just like talking shit because it sounds
right.
good. Like, boy, bye.
Exactly. And it's like, nah, that's not, I don't participate in those conversations about my wife. It's more like, yeah, she did this, she was doing that, whatever. It's not like, oh man, gotta go home. It's no, I'm going home. I'm going home. Like, that's what I'm coming home to. Like
And I
that's
think that's
what
a
it
whole
is.
different dynamic when you not only love your wife, but you actually like her.
Yeah.
And I think that's a
Mm-hmm.
piece of a lot of people are missing. Like you can love a motherfucker and not like them at the end of the day. And just because you love someone doesn't mean you have to. It's a lot of niggas I love. I will not spit on their ass if they was on fire. I love you though, but you gotta stay the hell away from me because we don't mesh well. Okay.
Wow.
And it be like that sometimes. And I think people need to get over those like individual concepts and really, but that takes self-awareness.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
knowing yourself and knowing what you're willing to do, and also understanding that you can't come with a representative because that person now is acclimated to this representative, and then when the real you shows up, it's like,
Who's that?
listen, I got bamboozled a few times,
Oh,
hoodwinked, read
listen,
astray, run amok, okay?
who you
Because you come in
telling?
here with your tuxedo on, being the best gentleman you can be, and then 3 months later, this whole motherfucking goddamn gremlin up here, and I'm like,
Who you telling? You
you.
can't tell you how many times it happened to me. Yeah, I'm cool. Nah, man, I'd never do that. Yeah, no, I'm cool. I'm a laid back girl. You ain't got to worry about me. Nah, man, listen.
Then you wake up from your nap with 37 missed calls.
Bro, blowing up, tears.
Hold on, I'm just sleeping.
I was asleep. I was, I got up at 5 a.m. to ball, right? And then after that, I took a nap because my client was later. Like, that's exactly what happened. I was literally asleep. Like, but whoa.
Listen,
You
and
said
that's
you were
why I
cool.
said, and listen, that's why I tell people all the time. Like, I'm very upfront. Like, I need communication, consistency, and transparency. I'll let you know this when we first motherfucking get together. If you cannot do that, don't pretend like you can, because at the end of the day, the real you is going to show up. And guess what? You are going to be a no call, no show, and then we're done.
So, what do you say to people who have resigned to the fact that they're just going to have a lifetime boyfriend or girlfriend?
I think that's cute. Godspeed. At the end of the day, that's fine, but understanding that person is not obligated to stick around. Like, I remember I had one ex, like, I can't even call him an ex. It was a dude I was talking to, right? And then
Okay.
he was really flabbergasted when I got into a relationship. And I'm just like, I'm confused. Oh, you thought I was just gonna be in a talking phase with you forever? Like, no, I told you I wanted to get married. I told you, like, so you thought that because I'm sitting here ken with you that I'm not weighing my other options, nigga? No. Why are you shocked and appalled? Like,
Mm-hmm. But I also wonder too, though, like, what's the difference between the lifetime boyfriend and girlfriend versus the marriage? Are they not ideally the same thing?
no, they're not the same thing because it's a so different level of commitment.
Right.
It's a
And I'm
drastic
glad,
level of commitment.
right. And I'm glad you said it. And I think that's really, I believe that's what keeps them there. It's just like, yo, I relish this level of commitment more than the marriage. You get what I mean? And that's just what it is. I'd like my quote unquote freedom to leave at a drop of a dime if I choose to do so.
Listen, I had one dude tell me, he's like, it's just a piece of paper. I mean, it's the government. I don't care what the government say. I said, but yeah, you have a social security card and a birth certificate.
Mm.
It's just a piece of paper, but if I burn all your motherfucking money, you be ready to knock my head clean off my goddamn shoulders, but it's just paper. Like, don't play with me. Like, run that game on somebody else. Run that shit on somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Don't run that shit on me. Because at the end of the day, at some point, it's just manipulative. Like, you're just taking advantage of the fact that now you're taking advantage of my love. Now you're taking advantage of my commitment to you. And that's a problem I have.
Yeah, because it makes you wonder, like, in that level of relationship, are you ever really fully committed?
No, you're not. No, you're not. And at this point, honey, I'm kicking 40 in the ass. If you got commitment issues, get the fuck out of my face. I don't have
But
time for it.
we see, what's her name? We were just talking about them.
Chrissy
Jim
and Jim
Jones
Jones.
and Chrissy, right? They've been together, boyfriend and girlfriend, like, and we see this though. This has been normalized, part of this anyway. Not to the extent that Jim Jones and Chrissy are doing it, but it has been normalized where you see people who have been dating, they move in together, they living to each other, they take out houses, even mortgages with each other's names, and they're doing that. And I'm just like, okay, so why not just get married?
Because the female is sticking around in hopes that this motherfucker changes his mind, right? And the man is knowing this and using that to his advantage. And that to me is utter. The only time I would think this is actually okay is with Oprah and Stedman. Because they have an understanding. The understanding is understood. You got your money, I got my money. Once we start marrying and shit, our money's married too, and we don't want that.
We don't want that. We want to keep that separate.
We don't want that, right? We're gonna keep our shit separate. And I don't blame Oprah, because if I was a motherfucking goddamn
billionaire,
I ain't marrying a motherfucking body.
Really, Tristan? So if you made a Billy,
I'm be the singlest motherfucking. I'm be out here motherfucking all up and through these streets, but you ain't gonna baby trap a bitch. I ain't getting married. Nigga, guess what? You probably won't even have my real phone number.
With you.
I ain't doing it. Not happening. Because you ain't gonna get half of nothing. Because these niggas think they slick. Niggas be trapping bitches too. I don't care what anybody say. So
you
know,
get trapped,
if I was Oprah, I ain't got nothing for you, partner. We can have fun tonight though, but
ain't gonna pass that though.
No, you ain't getting half of nothing over here. And don't let my jewelry box go missing when you leave.
Oh Lord. But yeah, I don't know. I guess for me, it's just that comfort that people often have in that boyfriend and girlfriend relationship. And they'd rather have that security blanket of knowing they always have an exit rather than fully committing to the relationship that they have in front of them. And I guess they cheapen, the benefits that come with marriage. Because let's not lie, there are benefits. There are benefits that come with being married. Like there's fiscal benefits, there's mental health, there's physical, but like there
there's
are
someone
benefits
to take care of you when you get sick and shit.
Right. Yeah. There's benefits to just being married. That's just a straight up, I'm not gonna lie. But I just feel like at the same time, if that's what you want to do, right, you also have to deal with the risks that come with that. Just like you said. So if you're willing to commit and allow this to happen, then you're gonna have to live with the fact that, hey, this person could literally up and leave and have no ties to you, unless you're in a state that has what's it called, common law? Mm-hmm. Yeah, common law marriage. Unless you're in one of those states, and even then, you got to go through lawyers and get the whole ordeal, to get that legitimized, right? So for me, that's a lot of risk. Like Ty always, I hate Ty. I love her, but I hate her. She has this saying, "I'm gonna get paid for my time." I'm gonna get paid for my time.
And that's how I feel. Like my time is not free. Time is money. But at the end of the day, I also feel like those who have commitment issues have deeper issues, right? And those who are with someone but not willing to go all the way and they're keeping their options open, those are the same people who don't know what they want. They didn't do that self-reflecting. They don't really know what they want. They like what's in front of them, but they feel like something better might be out there, right?
Right.
So they're still keeping their options open. It's like, but you don't even know what you want. Ma'am, you don't even know what you want. Because let's not act like women don't do the same shit too.
No, that's facts. I think both sides does. It's the fear of missing out.
Right.
The fear of missing out.
That right there is the bigger problem. Because it's like, if you're always out and about and you always got to keep your options open and you're never satisfied, that's a fucked up feeling. Like, think about going about your life never satisfied. Think about this, right? It's niggas and women out here who have multiple partners and have been dating since 15. And they are never content with anyone. That's like eating and never getting full.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so you're picking the wrong companions, or you just genuinely don't know yourself and know what you want.
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of both. And your concept of satisfaction, you're trying to get it in the wrong places. So there's
Right.
some, like you said, some self-work and some mental health that needs to be done, because the fact of the matter is there's not going to be anybody that fits you 100%. What it is the key. Here's the key to the game, y'all. Here's the key. I'm
Hold
giving
on,
it to y'all.
everybody
Pay
listen.
attention. Here's the key.
No, I had
You
to move my wig out the
find
way.
you got to move your wig, okay? Here's the key. You find somebody who meets your standards, of course, and you get as close to, let's say the number is 100. You get as close to 100 as you can, and then you work out the rest. That's it. That's the key. So like you get somebody and they're 70% or whatever of the important things, your standards are there. Of course, they're good. They don't hit you. They don't abuse you. They respect your boundaries, your family, et cetera, et cetera. And then you just work for the other, because that's what relationships are. It's work. You're never, ever, ever going to find somebody that is just 100% ticks. They could check all these boxes, but there's always something. There's always something. And you're coming from, go ahead.
Then understand that people are always evolving, right? Like we talk about Daddy Underwood, like 27
Daddy
years.
Underwood.
27 years ago, y'all were probably highly compatible. But then as people grow and evolve, sometimes they also grow apart. And it happens many a times. And the key is, like you said, is like consistently doing the work together.
That's what I was going to say. That growing apart happens when you're no longer doing that work together. That's really what happens right there. And you said it perfectly. And I'm not going to call a grown man Daddy Underwood, but Mr. Underwood. Mr. Underwood. And his wife just decided, you know what? We no longer want to put in this work. And that's fair. And that's all due respect for them. But at the end of the day, that's just how it is. Like I was going to say, like, I've been there. I've been the guy who has a checklist of what he wants his significant other or girlfriend, whatever, to look like. And I've been with a chick that I thought checked all the boxes. And then when I got into the relationship, I was like, oh, there's a whole lot of other boxes that I didn't think about. And then, that she doesn't check. And you have to put in the work. That's just the cut and drive it. Nobody's going to, like, what's that 80%, 80-20 rule? You know what I'm saying?
Rule.
Yeah, don't throw away your 80% because they're missing that 20. You feel me? You're going around chasing that 20.
And females do that all the time. It's like, oh, he checks my, but he's not tall. What? Like, oh, he checks all the boxes, but he doesn't make this much money.
You're right.
Okay. Like, so I think we do that a lot, especially as people, but we got to understand is like, at the end of the day, you're not 100% either.
That's a hard pill to swallow, though, son.
Babe, because if you tell me I'm not 100, I'm like, I beg your pardon.
I'm like, you're right. I'm 150.
Like, boy, you better throw some D's on that. What you talking about? No, but I get it. Like, we're all works in progress, and being able to accept someone, the good, the bad, and the ugly, isn't easy, right? But you got to get to a point where you're accepting the ugly that you can tolerate, and that is workable for you. Because I've seen some ugly, I'm like, yeah. And to other people, that might be light work, but to me, because I'm a therapist, I'm like, I'm cool because I already know what that represents. I'm good.
Right. No, and that's facts. And that's why, I check my privilege on the daily. Like, listen, I'm with somebody who's seen the ugliness, the darkness of what is Hans, and still here riding it out. And I appreciate that. And it's like you said, like, we're not 100%. We had to be real with ourselves. And I had to, listen, I thought I was God's gift to women. Okay. I was like, look, I'm out here. I'm not in the streets. I got a full-time job. I'm making moves. Like, there can't be anything wrong with me. Listen.
We used to be some cocky mother. I remember we used to have this conversation before you got married and shit. And we were like, what the fuck? We got degrees, plural.
Right.
This money, we ain't got, and it's like, now look at us. Like, one married and one over here holding on for dear life and shit.
All right. Relax. Holding on for dear life. Anyway. It's real though. It's a real conversation. You got to be real with yourself and see what you're truly bringing to the table and what you're willing to work for. Because at the end of the day, man, there's no such thing as an easy relationship. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Even the ones where, like, they're quote unquote open, right? Like,
those
where
still aren't easy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's
that's more people. That's more shit to manage. There's more moving parts.
There's no such thing as an easy relationship.
Yo,
that's
I had
just
this
how
one
it
dude,
is.
and I'm gonna stop telling you all my business after this story for real.
Okay, sure.
But I had this one. I had this one dude sitting here trying to tell me, he's like, yeah, I want 2 wives and da-da-da. Baby, listen. You can't handle one, Tristan. How you gonna add two on top of that? Like that? No.
That's too much work.
Listen, I know for a fact. I like, if you got time for another woman and you ain't doing this right here, okay? You not giving this 100%, and we got a problem. But it's like, again, the shit I hear where people's ideas of relationships are, I'm just like, Godspeed, brother. It's just not. Tristan ain't signing up for that shit.
Yeah. But it's just very interesting with relationships. They really are. Like we said, we know every relationship is different. You guys get together for your different reasons, but there are just certain things that hold true. For a relationship to work, each partner, they both have to be on the same page, and they both have to be willing to do the work. If you don't have those foundational elements, it's going to be a rocky one. It really is. You're going to have a rough time. As much as we like to fall in love with the glorified aspects of relationships, marriages, and everything like that, we also need to start glorifying the work, because we need to start giving credit where credit is due. So these relationship goals that we're seeing out there, that's because work is being done, son.
And that's the part a lot of people don't see, because also in a good relationship, you keep your shit in-house.
Mm-hmm.
So, understanding that it's a lot of, things, but listen, Hans, just go and start your class and teach us single folk how to do this.
All right, listen, I ain't got it right. I lucked up into this. I fumbled into
Shout
this.
Shout out to my girl Ty.
Fell down the stairs. Oh, married.
Okay, let's go.
Nah, man, even me and her, like, it's different. Even that transition, like, yeah, we were friends before we even started dating, but making that transition from friend Ty, girlfriend Ty, they ain't the same. They are not the same.
And it's not, because, as again, it's level up, because not only I can't be the same person with different responsibilities.
Listen, it is not the same. They ain't the same. They ain't the same. I love it though, but they ain't the same. So it's like you said though, responsibilities change, right? So different level of commitment, different level of expectations. Just like the girlfriend tie, ain't the same as wife tie. So there's levels to it. There really is. So just y'all pray for me. Yeah, I pray for y'all boy out here every day, man. Pray for me daily. But at the end of the day, I can't deny, man. I'm blessed, I'm highly favored. I do what I'm supposed to. She does what she's supposed to, and our relationship is growing. And that's because we put in the work. Ain't nothing happening organically. Like this is work. And we gonna get our credit.
Good for you. I give y'all credit all the time, because listen, when my love life in shambles, I be texting both of y'all. I'm gonna just start a group text, because I'm tired of repeating myself. I'm gonna just start a group text and tell y'all what the hell going on, so y'all can give me feedback and shit, because I'm tired.
Yeah, go ahead, put us in the group tag.
I'm like, listen, y'all.
Yeah, man. But hey, shout out to those who are out here trying to make it work. Godspeed, man. Godspeed. And it's okay at any level. And I mean this, like, I guess we can talk about this later, but like, there's this like toxic kind of mindset of just committing to a detrimental relationship just because you entered into it. No, listen, understand this. And I am one who identifies as a Christian, right? So, and identifying as a Christian comes with the whole, you don't get divorced under these circumstances. No, I don't believe that. This nigga hitting you, he's, mistreating you, he's manipulating you, listen, you better leave. You better leave. So under any circumstances, I'm not saying for you to stay in a relationship that's detrimental to your health, your safety, I'm not saying do that. What I am saying is though, don't get in any relationship thinking you're just gonna skate by and you ain't gonna have to do any work and it's just gonna be great and doves and roses. And nah, you have to work for those fruits.
And I tell people all the time, know the difference between y'all going through something as a couple and someone putting you through something.
Mm-hmm.
It's a major difference. Because you know me, honey, you ain't all that abuse shit. I don't play that shit. Because I'm the type of motherfucker. I leave. See, you went missing for 24 hours. I got to go. This don't work for me. You know me. I shut some shit down. This ain't gonna fucking work.
This ain't it.
You being belligerent and it ain't gonna work. It ain't even got to escalate to nothing further. This don't work. I'm sorry.
I had to file a missing person report. No, we're gone.
This ain't gonna work. Anytime you add extra stress because I'm worried about you, you gotta go. Like,
you gotta go.
No.
I mean, I feel you. I get it. And you're right, though. That's an important distinction to make, right? Is it a relationship thing or is it a you thing? But, well, guys, we thank you so much for joining us here. We appreciate it. As always, you can listen to the Hans and Tristan podcast wherever you download and stream your podcast. We're on every single platform. Also, we're on social media. We're on IG as the Hans and Tristan podcast. So hit us up there. We're also on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel called the Hans and Tristan podcast. So you can log on to YouTube, subscribe to our channel, and see our podcast in video format. See our lovely faces, Tristan's lovely hair and smile. And, Janet the cat may make an appearance.
She tried. I had to show her away.
Yeah, to show her. Okay. So she didn't make an appearance.
My allergies.
You're right. But yeah, so you can definitely hit us up there on YouTube. We appreciate you guys joining us so much. Thank you. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.